guys, it's me Lydia. I am back with another video in a different location. I'm outside on my deck at my dad's. Got my girl Lucy pup dog here. And this is the second part of my series of the animated ranking list. So let's get into the video. Okay, so at number 70, I have Horton Hears a Who. I gave it 2 out of 10. I haven't actually watched this movie in quite a few years. I think it's the one with the elephant, I think some other little animal. But it's like a, Dr. Seuss like film. It's good, but it's on the shorter side. Gets to the point, which is good. I don't remember much about it, so I probably should have rewatched it. But I give it a 2 out of 10 because I just don't remember it. Okay, at number 69, I have the Lorax. And I feel bad for putting the Lorax so low. Just the other films on my list are a lot more like rewatchable. I do like watching the Lorax. It seems like at least once or twice a year. The story's nice and short, but it gets kind of drawn out in the middle of it. I believe it's like in the middle of it. It gets drawn out at one point in the film anyways. But yeah, like I got that Let It Grow song. Yeah, heck yeah. I think we sang it in choir when I was like in middle school. Yep, so I gave that a 2 out of 10. Next up, number 68 is Smurfs 2, and I gave that a 2 out of 10 as well. Just because it's, not as good as the first Smurfs. And I actually watched the first Smurfs movie, probably 2 weeks ago. And I ended up not liking it as much as I used to like it. So, I don't know, for me it just hasn't aged up well, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough. I don't know. But I haven't rewatched Smurfs 2 for a few years. But I do remember I liked Smurfs 1 better. So next up is number 67, and that is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And I actually haven't seen that in a few years too, but I do remember more so the beginning of it and some parts in the middle of the film, where the guy, I can't remember the guy's name, where he has those shoes that are glued onto him and they're black and they're sparkly. I don't know. Yep. So it's not a bad film. There's just other films I would prefer to watch. So next up is number 66, and I feel really bad for putting a Pixar film this low again on the list, but it's A Bug's Life. For me, A Bug's Life is all the bugs low-key pretty much look the same. This story is really basic to the point where I really don't find it interesting. I know there's people out there that like A Bug's Life probably more than I do. Here, hold on while I let my dog inside. So, yeah, Bug's Life. I know there's people that like Bug's Life probably more than I do, but it's just not my thing. All the bugs look the same. The villain is quite good, though, I would have to say on that. So, Bug's Life gets a 2.5 out of 10. Up is number 65, and that is Secret Life of Pets 2, and I gave that a 2.5 out of 10. Just because, I don't know, maybe because of my age or something. It's more geared towards younger viewers, but it is a good film. But it carries on quite well from the first one, but I do like the first one better. I do usually like the originals of most movies the best. And I feel bad for putting this film so low on the list as well. It's just how my list worked out, guys. It is Pinocchio, 2.5 out of 10. Just because for me it just doesn't seem to have a high rewatchability, and it's so old that it's, for me, I don't know, it seems like I often forget about this film, but Pinocchio is a classic. It is really good. I do feel bad for putting it low, but yeah, it's just not one of my go-to films, guys. Next up is number 63. Oh yeah, Pinocchio's a 2.5 out of 10. Next up is number 63, and that is Hercules, and I gave that a 2.5 out of 10, just because it's not one of my go-to films, but the music is really good. I do love the music in Hercules. My sister, when she was in dance, she actually had that one of the Hercules songs, I think it was Zero to Hero, for her dance song, or I don't know, it was in some dance competition I went to anyways. Next up is number 62, and that is Smurfs. And I give that a 2.5 out of 10. It is a little bit better than the first one, I would say. Even though the second one, now that I remember, is even more of an adventure, and it's just the like first Smurfs movie, they pretty much stay like in their Smurfs village pretty much until they get taken by the guy that I can't remember his name right now. So if anybody can remember his... Oh, Gargamel. Yeah. Yeah, that's his name. So yeah. The only time that they really leave the Smurf village in the first one is when they get taken by Gargamel. Okay. So my last one for this video is number 61, and that is Despicable Me 3. And I give that a 3 out of 10. It does carry on with the rest of the Despicable Me movies, but it is kind of like a drawback in a way. It kind of goes back in a way. Like, the first one and the second one are good, but the third one kind of, like, it gets a little worse, in my opinion, but it is good. You still get Gru. I think the reason why I placed it so low was, I think in the third one, the girls that he adopted or whatever weren't in it as much, and I like them in the films. So anyway, oh yeah, that was a 3 out of 10, if I didn't say that. So that is part 2 of my animated ranking list. I hope you enjoyed this video, and comment down below how you would rank these films, or comment down below some of your least favorite animated films, or share like your top 3 animated films, just comment down some of your favorite movies or least favorite movies, because that'd be cool to see what you guys like. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoy watching, and peace out. Bye. Oh yeah, and click that beautiful red subscribe button.